Bum 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 bum. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a late night edition. A late night edition of late night for me here in Estonia. We are sitting at. It's currently just before 4 p.m. in the. Oh my God, I gotta do this before, Anyways, just before 4 p.m. In the Eastern Standard Time in Canada or the United States. And then what's up, Stuckcliffe? What's up? And it is 11 p.m. for me, probably 10 or 9 for the UK. 9, I think, for the UK. Okay, UK. Let's play ball. Okay, so here we are. Good evening, Damien, Spencer. We got the gang here. Looks like the crowd is gathering once again to witness another crazy stream of Evil Day 4. Evil Day 4 of the Kickstarter. And it looks like the Kickstarter is doing pretty well. I'm sure people are probably like, oh, it's not funded yet, so it's sad. But all things considered, we're looking at $51,792.52. I don't know why it says 52 cents, but anyways, 51,792 has been pledged. 1,069 backers, hot. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, we've got a bit of a following. We are sitting on the KickTrack chart. We are sitting at number 2. That's unacceptable. So everybody, you know what you have to do, right? We're going to do the old KickTrack. It's the KickTrack time. Boom. There you go. In the feed. What's up, Hutton? In the feed, we've got the KickTrack link. Go click that KickTrack link. When you get to the KickTrack page, you'll see Evil Dead 2. Sadly, at number 2, being beaten by doesn't matter. Click it. Takes us over to the KickTrack page. We'll have a chance to see that we're trending at 248,040 bones, 127%. And then you click Visit Project. Do the other stuff too, like the likes and the tweets and all that mumbo jumbo. But then you click Visit Project. Takes you over to the project page. And bam, you will see that we are $51,792 in, 1,069er on the backers. Kaboom. So every time I go to a new location or I sign into a new IP, I immediately do it. So it's kind of like helps out. It's kind of a cool obsession, but it really does help, believe it or not, because the statistics of the dashboard, the statistics in which we can see where KickTrack is going. KickTrack has been responsible for 10 backers, which is very substantial if you think about it. They could be 10 solid backers. That's 10 backers. Without them, we'd be at 1,059, and it wouldn't be as hot. Correct? Correct me. Yes. So Evil Day 4. Lots of cool stuff to talk about. Number 1, today was interesting. What a debacle on the miniatures. I think so. Jasco received the quote from the manufacturer. The manufacturer specs actually have all the miniatures there, but for some reason they didn't put the miniatures in the actual graphic. So they're going to be updating the graphic. They just need to get the images for the miniatures properly. But I noticed that, and it's funny because I should have known that those miniatures were missing, because when I looked at the information, I was like, it seemed a bit sparse. But I wasn't really paying attention to it because it's like not really my job. But regardless of whether it being my job or not, it just kind of like, I guess I was more worried about getting everything ready in terms of like, preparing the Kickstarter's social media campaign, all that stuff, that I didn't really pay attention to the fact that I think the graphic itself was missing some of the actual miniatures. What those miniatures are, I'm not going to say, because I don't know offhand which of the miniatures they've put in or not. I do know that Henrietta, I think, is in that mix, because I've printed Henrietta off. Like, I've printed actual copies of her 3D, and I showed her off on the Hold Accountable page. And anyway, who knows? So yeah. So Henrietta is defs on that list. And there is a pile of other stuff on that. In fact, I think Henrietta is actually in the actual video. Like, if you look at we just gained a backer. I mean, if you look at the actual still at the beginning of the video, you see Henrietta. But I don't think she's in the yeah. Yeah, where's Henrietta? Hold on. Yeah, she's actually in the Save the World GIF as well. And she's in a bunch of other stuff, but we don't no, we see her actually. We see Applehead, Henrietta. It's crazy. I don't know what happened then. Anyway, the point is, Jasco has acknowledged it. They're excited because they're like, "Oh crap, we didn't realize those miniatures." I don't think they have the images for the minis that we are including, but rest assured, the miniature count that it says on the page, which I believe, if we look again real quickly, the miniature count it says on the page, 46 miniatures. 46 miniatures you will get. So, hoo-ha. And I'm sure Jasco will be putting an update up in the next day or so with some images, approved images from the licensor that will be able to explain to you what we're missing and show you off some cool new imagery. And I think that'll probably spark a whole lot more. Like that'll be like the next big cool session that will get people excited and backing and maybe get them to go from $1 pledges to actual game pledges. We've received a lot of $1 pledges, but that's a lot of support from people to comment. We've also received a lot of support from other people that are backing the game or backing the book just to back it, to help support the Heartthrob. There's been a lot of people who said it's not even their style of game. They're backing it anyway. Old backers plan on selling their second copy somewhere else. It's kind of cool if you think about it. I mean, the Heartthrob is really working. People are actually caring. Pearl John. Man, every time I hear the name Pearl John, I just want to be like, Martin Cohen, Pearl John. Like, you just want to sing something from Pearl Jam, which I don't even know any of their music, so I'm just making it up and acting like them. I can't even do their voice. It's horrible. I know my budget, just waiting to get my next paycheck and not my pledge. John. Jeez, John. John Connor. You don't get charged until the end of the Kickstarter. Silly bee. 19 days before it tries to ding your credit card. You silly bee. Save it, John. Save it. Save it for when we need it mid-campaign. Because I think it's weird because the dashboard, I'm going to go to the dashboard, take a look for a second. So the dashboard, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nights into this, it says. So we're going into our 5th day. It's weird. It always cuts the statistics on this game to the night, like the midnight that it crests over. And so the dashboard currently right now has a super steady increase. We went from 15%, 21%, 23%, 25%. And then by the time this one was about a little bit, almost 2%. So it's almost 2% a day, which is crazy. So 2% a day, and we've got 27%. We got math hard. 76. My God, 74% to go, divided by 2. What? That makes no sense. Okay, it doesn't matter. My math is off. Forget me. I'm not the math guy. I need Dylan here to just answer my question. But we're 26% funded in. Our steady race is still going. We are geared, according to this chart, we're going to be just shy, but that's not the case because we know that there's always the last 48 hours, in which case you get probably the same amount you get on your first day. That's the standard rule of thumb for Kickstarter. So we've got 15% on day 1. So we should get 15% at the end of the campaign, which gives us 30% down. So 60 left, divided by 2% per day is 30 days. So we're not going to make it. We're going to make it. We're trending toward 127%. Yeah, so it's interesting you talk about the kick track, because I've been following the kick track pretty closely. And kick track is saying that it usually gets up to about 250,000. Usually gets up to about anywhere between 127 and 150%. And then at the nighttime, it just dwindles down and it goes back down to like 220%, $220. And then it edges up during the day again when people start backing it. There seems to be this lull between like 2 o'clock in the morning here and like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning here, which is like 5, 6 p.m. in North America, it seems to be this lull where people don't back. But it gets really crazy around now. Like, we should be seeing a bit of a spike now. How does it work, the trending amount? I don't really know. I think it takes an algorithm of what people are spending at the, so it refreshes like every 10 minutes or so. And I think it takes what's been spent in a certain period of time versus how many people are pledging versus the frequency. I think it's just some sort of equation, and then it spits out if it maintains this frequency, you will end at this. So if you can keep that frequency going constant throughout the campaign, you end at X. What it doesn't take into account until later is that you'll see it on, like, usually the last day it doesn't bother anymore because it's going crazy, and on the first day it tells you you're going to trend toward like $800,000 because it's saying, man, if you can keep this momentum, you're rocking. And then of course you start to teeter off, and it does its thing. So that's the classic. So yeah, we are at 1,071 backers. So we've seen a small hike of about 2 or 3 people since we've been on the feed, which is great. That probably puts us to our 27% mark. No, we're still at 26. So we need probably about $100 more to hit 27%, and we're still going through. So it's about 2 to 3% a day, and we need to average about 2 to 3% a day to get us to the victory line, and of course get the last 15% in the last 48 hours. I think there's going to be a couple of news feeds. Plus, we're also at PAX West promoting this. I think there's going to be enough push through some of the news outlets in the next week or so to really give it a good oomph and get us, a 5 or 10% boost. And then I would love to get us to the funding. Once we start getting close to the funding goal, then the trend goes up a little faster. We'll gain like when you get to about 95%, it just tends to like skyrocket into like 105%. So hopefully we can get us there. And of course, if KickTrack is accurate, us being 127%, that is ideal for us because that would definitely help Jasco not lose out on any of the money that they had to put aside for this project. And that's the plan. So what can you do to help? Well, we know what you can do to help. You can spread the word. Also, I don't know if you guys to check this out. I put a snazzy little link together on the Linvander website. It's pretty snazzy. It's the first link there. I'll give you guys a little Linvander push here. There it is. So yeah, Linvander.com. I realized that it wasn't even up on the website, which is really embarrassing on my part. So I put a nice article up on the website, linking everything, showing people where it is. Hopefully that's what drives some traffic. I believe Shadowrun just put a big update out. I know I just posted it, so I posted it on behalf of Catalyst. I don't think they actually have access to the back end of their thing, to their campaign page. It's really weird. So I sent them a bunch of questions, got the answers, and then I went in and put in the information that I could get, and then posted it up. And people are asking a ton of questions. So people are responding to that, which is kind of cool. And then, as people read that thing, Lauren specifically wanted to make sure that the Heartthrob campaign got plugged. We Jasco and Linvander plugged his BattleTech campaign when it went off. So we figured it was only fair. He figured it was only fair to actually plug it. So he had me go ahead and plug it, which is nice. So yeah, so that's a couple thousand people that will take a look at it. Hopefully we'll be fans and support this whole idea and help everybody out. And maybe that explains the small spike. We just got another backer. Thank you for our 1,072nd backer. We are very, very close to hitting 27%, which is great. I'd love to hit that. I'd love to get up to 29% by the end of tomorrow night. Or 30% would just be dynamo. If we could hit 30%, that'd just be rock and roll town. That would be very, very good. So beyond that, tomorrow is supposed to be when I do my True Talk. I'm going to do the True Talk, but it's going to be from the boat in Sweden. I'm just going to use my phone. I figured it's probably the easiest way to do it. Or if I can get my computer, I might go up on the deck and just hold my computer up, stream from my phone, and then give you guys the True Talk from my computer. I'm probably going to do it from my computer, which would be cool. And I'll be on a boat on the way from Estonia to Sweden. I'll make my True Talk then. I'm going to try and give you guys, I'm going to try and calculate in my head when the appropriate time to do the True Talk is. And then I will, because there's a certain point in the boat ride where the boat gets too far out onto into the Baltics, and I can't stream from my phone anymore. And the internet on the boat is really bad. So if I'm going to stream, I've got to stream while we're still kind of semi near the shores of Estonia, so I can get good reception on my phone and stream from there. So you guys can get a solid stream from me. And the True Talk will, we'll obviously talk about Evil Dead, but I also want to just talk about some experiences there because it is the True Talk, and I do want to be able to mention some of the more recent experiences that I've had. Good morning or good afternoon, Matt. Good evening, Matt. A true chat than a True Talk, yeah. So there'll be some cool stuff I want to talk about there. Some interesting things have come about in terms of like just people's like rudeness and stuff like that, and just I find some of this stuff really, really endearing and humorous about how people behave. So we'll have a lot of fun talking about that on the True Talk, I think. And plus we'll be on a boat. Because I'm on a boat, I'm on a boat, right? So it'll be kind of fun. I'm going to insert an ad. Da, 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 da. Use deodorant. Trust me, use deodorant. Anyway, what do we got here? Let's go back to the Kickstarter. Nice. Let's see what we've got for some comments in the comment feed. We've got people saying nothing. Sick. No, we've got Applehead. And Evil Dead 2 is number 7 in the Backer Kit top 10 crowdfunding campaigns this week. Amazing. Has anybody found anything on Board Game Geek? Usually there's like a Board Game Geek feed that has like Kickstarters that are hot and stuff like that. It might be wise to like maybe post some of that stuff around. Just use it as a refresher to get people seeing what's up on the Board Game Geek world. What's up, way back, Jay? Has anybody seen anything on Board Game Geek? I haven't even looked. Whew. Other things to note that we do have some cool promotional campaign stuff coming. Like I said, we've got this live. We're going to be doing this escape room. I just posted the thing, Hourglass Escapes. We're going to be doing this escape room as a team. Lynn Vander's going to do it, and then we're going to set up Evil Dead 2, and we're going to play the game in the escape room, and we're going to film that and stream that, so you guys get a chance to see us rock in the game. I don't know if we'll get a chance to do a full playthrough because that escape room is time is money, and they do need to run people. They're busy constantly, so we're going to have to take advantage of the fact that they're giving us extra time to do this playthrough in the cabin of Evil Dead, which is going to be very fun to do, and kind of a one of a kind, unique thing to do on this campaign. Yeah, weird. I know Board Game Geek doesn't have. Maybe that's why it's probably not listed yet. I should find out from Jasco if they've planned on, if they've actually gone through with that. Let me see if he's around on his Google Chats. Okay, so I sent him a message now. Hopefully he'll see that message before this playthrough is done, and I can get you guys an answer on that, because I'm pretty sure they had to do their own new one. We'll see what happens there. So, but usually they have like things that are kickstarting, and then they put the Kickstarter links. But I wonder if they only do that for games that they have on Board Game Geek, like if they have like live links or something. Who knows? So I did get a bunch of chocolate. I'm not going to eat it here because I'm going to save it. I got a whole bunch of chocolate from a couple of my friends' shops in Old Town. And these are some rare chocolates that you're not going to see. And they're kind of like the handmade chocolates and stuff. So this is going to get in for a real treat. But I'm saving it because some of them are really weird and far out there. and I'm saving it for the team because we'll be doing a Lynn Vander's Designer Diary at PAX West. So we're going to have another Chocolate Fest. So we're going to have that one for Lynn Vander's Designer Diary. Yeah. So, just saw the old game. It's my first time seeing that. Yeah. Yes, this game has quite a bit of an improvement. Oh, it's going to squat this here. All right. So, this is my last transmission from Estonia. Like I said, we're on the boat tomorrow, heading over to Sweden. And then from Sweden, I'll be flying home just in time to get on the plane to go to Atlanta for Dragon Con. I will be in Dragon Con for only one night, sadly, and then I'm off to PAX West. That's gonna be cool. So just to let you know, behind me, you can see my suitcase as it's all nicely packed up. Everything is nicely put together. You see you can see right here is my, where is it? Right here is my neck brace thing, my little pillow thing. I got my film lens coffee mug, my sleeping shorts, my jacket, and then everything is packed in there. But what you notice, you see this little brown line here? That's a box. It's a game box. What is in that game box? Super secret project number 1. In there is the secret to Lynn Vander's big successes. Ooh, ooh! It's a Chronicle game, which is badass. But you can't I can't tell you what it is. So but it's right there. So there's a spoiler for you. There you go. It's amazing. And over here you see an Inception image of me. And then all my girls' clothes that are all nicely laid out for our big journey. I got all my goodies. I got my passport, and my wallet, all the goodies that I need to have. Everything's charging. If you could see this entire computer scene right now, I've got like USB keys and everything's charging, and I've got like these bricks that give you like extra power. It's charging, and headsets and stuff. It's crazy. I've just got everything like powering up. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, now you know the reality of the fact that you are watching the live stream, and behind me is a piece of history, is a piece of board gaming history that you will find out soon enough, but not tonight. But you know that it is there. It is very real. I can't lift it up either because there's some writing on it that will give away what it is. And I think Dylan and Josh would probably reach through the computer and strangle me with the cords that are hanging everywhere. So, yeah, because it's hell of an NDA breach. So I'm going to save all this for True Talk because I got other cool stuff to talk about for True Talk. But yeah, so this is going to be a really short cast. I know I say that every time. But this is actually going to be a short cast. I want to keep this one to a little over half an hour. Super Project number 1 is aimed to be revealed at the beginning of October. If you're going to the Shut Up and Sit Down convention in Vancouver, the Shucks convention, we will be there in huge waves, and it'll be 3 days after the announcement, and it is going to be a show. So hopefully you guys get a chance. The reflection in your TV is giving away. Yeah, I highly doubt that. Considering that you need to see the top of the box. Because no mirrors up top. We're good. At least I took those down. Am I right? Ayo. Okay. Let's take a look at the Kickstarter page. You guys have any questions on this campaign to date? 1,072 backers. $51,969. So close to $52,000 and so close to 27%. Come on, people. Let's itch this one over the top. Let's get us into 27%, and then let's just keep going. Everybody just go throw another $5 in, and we'll get us what. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. 1,072 times 5. Yeah, we'd have like $5,360. Everyone tossed another $5 in. I'm about 600 deep on this campaign. I'll tell you that. There's been a couple. There's been a few. That's what's interesting. So we had this guy Beagle, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow on the True Talk. He's an original backer, and we were pretty cool. Like we had some really great conversations the last couple of years just in support. But I think he's missing like 8 miniatures, and he's losing his mind. But we will talk about that. I always find when people go on to pages And I mean, you can't blame them for this because this is how they actually feel. I don't think they're trolling, but you can't blame people like this. They're coming from another era. Like this is 4 years ago, like a whole other era of life. Yeah, mistakes were made, right? But we rectified them as much as we could. And sometimes, even though you do the best you can to rectify it, kind of like in this situation where we have Evil Dead, the game's coming, and all the backers will get their copy of the game, it's not going to be the same game that you originally pledged for, and it's not going to be the full kit and caboodle. You're not going to get all your dice and all the cool stuff with it, but you're going to get something. And sometimes, if you rectify the mistake and you give them something, it's usually enough. But some people, they want, like, even if they're missing one paper token, it's like these guys are the absolute worst. Okay, apparently we're having a true talk now. But yeah, there was one fellow there, and he was trying to warn everybody not to trust me, and I'm like, I killed I did the I call it the KH. I gave him the old kindness hammer. Hit him with the kindness hammer a couple of times. I was like, thank you so much for supporting us. Bye. But the big thing is that I just don't go on other pages and try and hurt other companies. Doesn't really work. But yeah, I really hit him hard. And then Matt Dobson. There was one on Board Game Revolution. The Newell fella who you stood up as a Lynn Pandaren and you hosed. It was crazy cool. Yeah, the PAS, the pass. So that was pretty funny. That's pretty cool. And then I think that's about it, really. There really hasn't been. There was also the tone deaf fella. I don't know. These people from Old Wounds coming in and trying to do their best to like warn people. And like I said, it is totally within their reason to warn people. They're not bad people for doing this. They are just trying to get information and just trying to get answers. And if they can get the answers they want, they usually go away. So Tone Deaf, he said he wasn't getting any responses from emails. Well, first off, he was emailing somebody who doesn't work for the company anymore. And then he was emailing someone who doesn't deal with that stuff and usually has filters. So finally, when he emailed me, he got an email back almost instantly and the conversation had subsided. So, I mean, there's just a lot to deal with, right? Back to the campaign page. Let's take a look. Where are we at? No new comments on the page. Still at 1,072 on the backers. Haven't seen a little rise yet. Would be nice to get a couple more folks backing in. Back it up. Plug it in. The kick track information is probably relatively the same. 249,173, 127%. That is the projected goal. Let's take a look. See where we are on the main page still. We are still on number 2. We are getting caught up by there's a few new games that have hit the shelf that are starting to catch up to us. So we just got to keep going and keep clicking, guys. All right. Get on there. Start clicking. Get clicksy. Get going, see. Let's get the numbers up there. Again, just for your information, friends. There it is. That's the kick track information. Go make it your thing. And that should work. Beyond that, there's been some really good articles out there. I made some posts today about a fellow who did a podcast. It was a great podcast. Totally enjoyed that. And yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anybody else has posted anything. I don't see anything so far. Cool. You guys have any questions? I noticed that you said on the campaign page that you had not watched Evil. Yes, I haven't seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. And I haven't seen Evil Dead 1 in a very long time. I mean, I watched Evil Dead 1 back when I was making horror films in my early film career days, 15 years ago. Evil Dead 2 I watched recently when we got the gig. And Army of Darkness I rewatched recently when... Army of Darkness is what I rewatched recently when we got that gig. And Evil Dead 2 I had seen because it's a classic. But I probably should watch it again because I actually haven't seen it in a while, and I could use that. When do I plan on watching Ash vs. Evil Dead? If I can think of a method to watch it, I'd love to download it for the boat, and it would be great to watch on the plane because I got a lot of time in the plane with my kids. But I don't really get to watch much. I have to spend time with my kids, which I sound like I have to, but I want to. It's just that there's a lot of work to keep 3 children occupied when you're on a plane for 6 hours. Um, Netflix. So we have a Netflix account. So as long as we have access to it here, it'll be worth watching. That'll be a lot of fun to see. That'd be cool. Yeah, but I do need to watch it. It would be neat to see an Ash versus Evil Dead board game maybe after this. Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be pretty cool. Ash versus Evil Dead board game, and then of course we have our Army of Darkness campaign coming up next. Lynn Vander is going to be doing that on behalf of Dynamite. We're going to be running that campaign. This one we're not really running. Jasco's running it. We're sideline help / publicity. We're just here to sort of talk to you guys and give you guys all the updates on it. It's in our best interest to be as active on this campaign as possible because, I mean, we started this whole thing by the little seed of hope. And so we want to be here with you the whole journey. Army of Darkness, however, we're a lot more hands-on in that project. So we designed everything from scratch. Everything's good. Army of Darkness date is not set yet. MGM is doing the review of everything. And then we will have a date. We'll give you guys a couple of weeks notice to get prepared for that one. I'm really hoping that it's not going to be set in the next 9 to 10 days because that would be very good for me. But if it does, then, well, you'll see a lot more of me on a stream because I'll be streaming for this and for that. You need this for that. This and that. I feel like I'm on Seinfeld. Told him that some guy backed it and then pulled out because he considered stretch goals as something he should get all the time and thought it wasn't worth it because of that. Told him the 95. Yeah, I saw that too. That's fine. I mean, this Kickstarter's been pampered, so people are just expected to get these certain things. Like whatever. I mean, this is what Kickstarter's supposed to be. Is how this campaign is running. Like you should actually be asking for the actual costs of everything on a Kickstarter, not some pathetically low amount, so that you skyrocket past it, and then you overpromise all this product to people, and you go bankrupt in the process. That is what Kickstarter has become. We are doing Kickstarter as it's meant to be. Tommy Trojan work. More like a telethon. Yeah, this is kind of like a telethon, right? Isn't that? Yeah, it feels like. Well, we went up in money somewhere, but we didn't go up in backers. Crazy. All right, so someone upped their pledge. Someone must have went from $1 to a game, or just they added the digital comic, which is kind of cool. This digital comic, this cinematic comic, is kind of cool. Actually, the fellow who's making it has a really cool, unique system to create like a 300 or 400 page book that's all original artwork and comic book work. Or they can take stills from films and they can make a cinematic comic out of the stills. He's got a really proprietary system for this, and I'm really excited to see this book actually because I've seen his other work. He did some Lego stuff, Lego movie stuff. He did some Star Wars stuff and some stuff for Disney, and all of his cinematic books are really, really good quality. If you guys are, if you guys got an extra 35 kicking around, throw it in because it's totally worth it. His books are pretty sweet. And I'm surprised that's the one thing they actually added to the campaign. I think they did that because they have something that they're going to do anyway, so it makes sense. Sweet geez Louise, Swearing Lee is here. No, but it's not Sweet Lee. Your Hallmark is coming in and saying something so profane that's not even so profane, not even profane, but profane enough to get your sentence hidden. That's how I know you're here because it goes dark, and I'm like, oh, there's a message that's dark. And then there's Lee. Arse pandas. Yeah, but maybe they just churn. Maybe they're just like tired of it. And they're just like, whatever. He's in. He gets all of his things lit up now. Question about shipping. If I get multiple games, is it the same price for shipping? You'll have a discount for shipping if you're getting multiple games. I'm pretty sure they'll bundle them together and it'll be like 25% difference or something. It'll be cheap. But they'll bundle your games together and you don't have to pay two separate shipping costs. That's for sure. That I know. That's just out of experience. Okay, 34 minutes. I am going to hard stop at 45, if not sooner. I'm going to go check the Kick-Track page, see if it's been the 10-minute refresh yet. See if we can put this Trude Vang out of commission. Get it into number 2. I notice that when I fall asleep and I wake up, and I look at my phone, that's when all the craziness has happened. So by craziness meaning like we drop heavily and the campaign pages had no communication, and then I jump in. It really does take a lot of work to be active on a Kickstarter, to talk to people constantly, and to be there to answer questions and keep everyone's morale high. It's draining. It's also completely fulfilling and rewarding. It's a lot of fun because you get to know everybody and talk to everybody constantly. Um, so cool. This is good. This is good. This is fine. Fire everywhere. This is fine. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. Just looking at the let's see here. What's going on here? Just reading the people's conversations on the Shadowrun update. I feel really bad for the Shadowrun backers. They've had the EU backers and stuff have had a pretty heavy run, and Catalyst has been pretty sloppy. But they've been pretty beat up by various people that they've chosen to work with, such as PSI and stuff like that. It's been pretty grotesque. But they're rectifying things, and they are shipping things out constantly. They are fulfilling backers 50 at a time, but it's a 3,000 plus backer thing, so you got lots of work to do. Man, I would totally put some maple candy in a box. That'd be a lot of fun. Just fill it up with maple. Oh, speaking of maple, check this out. I've got a little thing of maple syrup. I'm going to give this to my my mother-in-law, and then I got this maple ice wine. Pretty sexy looking label, if I do say so myself. Oh, it's because I designed it. But yeah, this maple ice wine is killer. I kind of want to just drink this right now. I just want to just dump it all over my hair. Be delicious, and then I could just sleep in my own maple. It's disgusting. Forget I even said that. Plug alert. It's about a month since I've heard from them. I'm not stressed. I have faith. Yeah, John, they will get to you. I do have old chocolate, though. What I mean by old chocolate is the chocolate from the previous. I got the milk chocolate from Belgium, and I got the Cornet stuff, and I got the Kalev bars, the coffee one, and the white. I'm gonna. No, there's no ants in here. We'll give this to my wife. She's out hanging out with her maid of honor from our wedding. This is our last night in Estonia. Kids are asleep, and the ladies are having a little hangout. So after this, I will give them chocolate. The Belgian chocolate's pretty good. I wasn't going to eat chocolate on this. My God. The Belgian chocolate's pretty good. But wait till you see the chocolates I have for the Linvander's Designer Diary at PAX West. Oh my God. Man, imagine chocolate and maple. Maple chocolate, which I've had. Actually, our farm makes these maple chocolates that are, whenever they're making them, and I'm in the vicinity of the farm, I just walk into the actual factory, and usually they have different employees and stuff there, so they don't know who I am. And I really don't look like the rest of my cousins because I'm a city slicker too. So I walk in with my jacket, all slick and cool. I go right up to the line, and I start plucking the chocolates off and eating them. And my cousin's like, "What are you doing? You're messing up all of our counts." I'm like, I ate 5, 6, 7. It's pretty fun. Found a bubble tea in Dublin. Yes, try some. That's the other thing I want to do is bubble tea. I should probably do chocolate and bubble tea. That'd be a cool Linvander segment. Chocolate and bubble tea. Nothing board games, just chocolate and bubble tea. Different kinds of chocolate, different kinds of bubble tea. That would be cool. So we just had a whole bunch of people. Does that make sense? It's weird. We had a whole bunch of money shoot up, but the backer count didn't go up. That's just. Did you guys go and buy these books? Because it just shot up a ton. I'm not complaining. No complaints. No complaints. Let me see if that brought us into 27%. Still not 27%. Okay, probably gonna need a couple more $100 to get there. But well, great work, folks. I mean, we're really doing well. That was really cool. Chocolate maple bubble tea. Oh my god! I don't think it could be fine. I don't think we could find it, but we could do it. Oh my god! So John, we'll have to see you at some point in Seattle, since we're going to be there. I'm sure you'll connect with Dylan. White chocolate maple bubble tea would be an interesting combination. Absolutely. We got about 4 minutes left, my friends. Do you have any questions you want to fire off my way before I cut this feed off? The reason why is because I do need to continue making sure that everything is ready for tomorrow. I got to make sure that everything is packed up properly. And my wife's out there getting everything ready. We have a couple things we have to clean up still because this is a country house that we only stay in when we're here. So we have to make sure the fridge is emptied and clear. I got to eat all the food and all the chocolate. And that's the end of that feed. We will do a live stream tomorrow from the boat to Sweden. I'm glad you asked, Ryan. Super secret project number 1 is oh my god, there's some sort of like interference. What I was gonna say was super secret project number 1 is